Hello everyone, my name is Tapa and welcome to my channel. This is my first video after a long time and I want to explain firstly I want to explain why I've been so absent. So I lost motivation doing YouTube because I didn't have any ideas to make original videos. I really loved to doing vlogs, but since I have a boring life, I don't have much to show, and the only thing I do every day is watching series and movies, and that's where this new idea came from. I will always struggle with finding a new show to watch, and there aren't many people with a same taste that I have, or at least not that I know of. And I was wondering, maybe somewhere out there is someone who is struggling with the same thing. I wanted to give a chance to these people to find this person who has the same taste. Yeah, you found me! Yes, I'm trying to find my people, and with that I will shift the focus of my channel. I know I've gained some new followers from my OnlyFriends edit, but I'm not going to do edits that often. I am really glad that you like it and you are willing to support me, but yeah, I'm not going to do edits that often because I do them only for fun and only when I'm bored, so yeah. But I'm going to talk about BL sometimes, so if you are here for that, yeah, of course you can stay, you are welcome. But I don't watch only BLs, so I'm also going to do reviews on movies, series in general. Since this is my first video with this concept of reviewing series and movies, I had two options, or two topics that I want to talk, but obviously I can do that in one video. So I had these two options: do a list with my favorites and do my recommendations list, like the recommendations that I recommend for everyone. With that, I chose the second option. I still want to talk about my favorites at some point, but I don't know who is going to watch this, so I'm going to talk about the recommendations first, because we might have different tastes in series, and even if your taste is different, I really recommend these series that I'm going to mention. And yes, this is going to be only for series, not movies. I mostly watch Asian shows, but I don't want to categorize this series by its country or genre. So this list of recommendations will definitely be chaotic, but definitely worth watching. Creating this list was hard. From 20, I I tried to pick only 10, but it's impossible to pick only 10. These series are incomparable to each other. And if I just randomly gave you recommendations without the context, it would be more chaotic than it is. So this is my sequence, which hopefully makes sense. And if you're wondering why I'm still looking down, well, I have here the script for this video, because I have, like, my head is really messy. I'm dyslexic, so me talking in English and trying to explain why you should watch something is really hard, so that's why I will sometimes look down. I hope that's okay. So let's start with something that seems simple, but it's actually so deep and incredibly romantic. A love between fairy and devil. I started watching it only because my sister was watching it at the time, and I found it really interesting from what she talked about it. Well, I didn't know what was coming. This C-drama is exactly about love between fairy and the devil, who are bounded by a spell, and when they kiss, they swap bodies. Sounds silly, right? I thought so too, but it was pain. It was pain. Why? Well, they are not destined to be together, but they are so in love that they are willing to make everything, like everything for each other. Still sounds like nothing new or nothing special. Well, without spoilers, there is no way I can explain it. Why is it so unique? They are basically enemies that are fighting for approval from a clan they don't belong to. They're like children who grows up together. They die for each other. And there is this quote that I want to hear in every romance, but I never heard it before.
这个世界，什么是真，什么是假？我只知道，我爱东方青苍，是真；他爱我，也是真，比一切都真。这就够了。
I don't have a single complaint about this C-drama. The actors were so good. They had to have amazing teamwork because they need to play both of their characters since they swap their bodies. They were fantastic. Everything was fantastic. Even the CGI wasn't that bad. And the last thing I'm about to tell you about this C-drama, and mark my words, episode 18 is the peak. Another fantasy that is a must-watch, Frieren Beyond Journey's End. I was hesitating about whenever to include it here, but there's no way I wouldn't recommend this. It's an anime very similar to Lord of the Rings, but while Lord of the Rings deals with themes of war and good versus evil, Frieren is more about aging, time and grief. Every episode made me feel the message life is too short. Between episodes, week pass, no, years. We only see a few days in life of an elf for whom the fear of aging doesn't exist. But she still grows. That's why it's so beautiful. No fantasy this time. Our world, but still similar themes to Frieren. One day. Oof. This one will rip your heart out of your body and throw it somewhere deep into the dark, and only thing you can do is cry. And that's why I recommend this. But actually, it's really fun concept. We only see one day. Each episode is a year apart. And sure, a cool concept doesn't always mean a good story. But this one really is great. It's just about life, completely normal life. I don't want to spoil anything, so I'll try to avoid spoilers as much as possible. I knew what was going to happen, but I didn't know how. And yes, I wasn't prepared at all. I thought it would happen in the last episode. I didn't cry at first. I was more mad than sad. And if it ended there, I would have hated it. But then the last episode came. I cried the whole thing. Even after finishing it, I cried for what? An hour? Maybe more. Some shows are made to make you feel something. And when you feel something, it makes you think that it's the best show you have ever seen. For example, Your Lie in April. It's not the best show, but many people think it is. And why? Because it makes you feel a lot of feelings, a lot of emotions, and that's why you think it is so good. That's a good tactic to make you watch something, because everybody wants to feel. And if you think that one day is the same thing, this is not the case. This is not the case. It's just life, and life is not always happy and beautiful. 25-21. Very similar to One Day. Same years, same themes. But this one focuses more on the romance than on the friendship or life. But it touches on the important topics and how they change people. It's sad as well, but not sad in a way as One Day is. I would say it's about how people change and their feelings are changing with them, and that's the sad part. Because we are afraid to change, even if we have to change to be happy. Last Twilight. The only BL series that I have on this list, but not only queer show. This isn't my absolute favorite BL series, but definitely one of the favorites. When I was watching it, I felt really warm feeling and butterflies in my stomach. It's about a man who is poor, an ex-criminal, and the only job offer, only well-paid job offer he gets is to take care of a blind man. He doesn't care he's blind, he just needs the job. But while spending time together, they both start to feel something for each other. Wow! And with that, they both begin to change and they start to find a real happiness in life. It was perfect and cute until in every BL there have to be some kind of stupid conflict, and last Twilight is not the exception. Yeah, the last episodes ruined a bit of the perfectness. The conflict wasn't even the worst part. They literally made it seem like blindness is something that you can be happy with. At least that's how it felt to me in last episodes. Even though the ending wasn't that great, I still recommend it. Watching it gave me a really warm feeling inside. So yeah, I recommend it. It was cute, it was great. But let's erase the last episodes. Another gay show, but this one is nothing like last Twilight. Interview with Vampire. This one is work of art. It's not meant to be on your screen. It's meant to be in art museums because it is art. It's not something that you watch because you are bored. Every scene there has a deeper meaning. Every word has a deeper meaning. Everything you see there has an explanation. Why is it there? Once again, it's a piece of artwork. I don't know how to explain the plot of it. Yes, it's about vampire's life, but not that kind of vampire from Twilight. This is about his life, his love, his daughter. It's simply about the vampire Louis. Oh my god, I can't wait for another season. Give me another season! Devilman, Crybaby. Well, I would say this is another queer show, but there is nowhere stated that it is gay. But I think we all agree that they are very gay. I grew up in Catholic school and I'm not religious. But still, you don't know how much I love biblical references. And this is full of them. Even though this anime has biblical references, it's more political than spiritual. When I watched it for the first time, I didn't understand the sexual scenes, but now I see them differently. They represent sin, and since they are more or less demons, of course they will be portrayed like that. But yeah, consider this as a warning. There are scenes like this at the beginning. Later, as the story gets more and more political, the sexual scenes fade away and instead come brutal, bloody ones. So yeah, this anime is definitely not for the faint of heart, but if you go through it, it leaves you with one of the strongest experience you can get from anime. I'd rather say that this anime is a simulation of how would people react if the world would come to end. And that's the plot. People started to turn into Devilmans, people start to fear the Devilmans, and the fear creates a war. And in the end, people ruin themselves. So relevant. People always ruin everything, even themselves. Since I started a political section of this list, I'm willing to continue in it. I love this type of shows because it makes you realize how the world works, even if it's not set in our world, or more precisely, in our modern world. A Journey to Love. This historical C-drama is very political and very good. It's basically about a journey to save a king in order to prevent a war. The main characters are warriors who are escorting a young princess who is pretending to be a prince. The princess isn't the main character, but her character development is the best. It's really great. And this makes me say that this C-drama is also about feminism. And the true main character is actually a female assassin who joins them. This C-drama doesn't only deals with political themes, but there is also romance and story of friendship. These themes balances with the political themes, with that it makes you feel that even in hard times there is light and you can be happy. If you are going to watch this, I really recommend you prepare a lot of tissues because it has sad ending. It's one of the C-drama that is not sad, but the ending is sad. And honestly, the final scene should have belonged to another character, but C-dramas always seem to have weird endings. I didn't realize how long this video would be, so I had to divide it into 2 parts. Even though this video is coming to an end, it's not really the end. The next episode is coming next week, so make sure to check it out. Yes, it's about the vampire's wife.